What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys. But first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in today's video, we are going to be jumping into part 2 of our Bloons Tower Defense 6 tower tier list. Now, if you guys haven't watched part 1, make sure you guys go check out part 1, because part 1 we covered every single military tower, every single primary tower, and all that other fun stuff, as you guys can see on the screen right now, because I'm pretty much recording it directly after recording the first one. So anyways, guys, as you guys can see, this is where all the current towers are standing. We have all the military towers, we have all the primary towers. Now we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the magic towers. So guys, the first thing we're going to start off with is the Grandmaster Ninja. Now I use the Ninja Monkey a lot. One of the best starts in Bloons Tower Defense 6, not just speaking about the tier 5, I'm talking about the tier 4. The Bloons Ninja Monkey is an amazing tower. The Grandmaster Ninja, on top of that, is a very extremely strong strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6. I'm going to go ahead and place him as a double S. You guys may not agree, but in my opinion, this is one of the best towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Simply because not only is the Grandmaster Ninja strong, but you can pretty much start every beginner, intermediate, and some advanced maps with the actual Ninja Monkey himself. The most versatile tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Pretty much similar to the Sub-Commander. Middle upgrade path Ninja. Very, very good ability. Easy S-Class. Easy S-Class. Simply because of the Bloon Sabo that stalls balloons. Once you upgrade him to the tier 5, his tier 5 is not super expensive. His tier 5 does damage to balloons as the balloons come out. Very, very good tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Master Bomber. Compared to his brothers, his siblings, kind of falls off. He's strong, he has some stun, but he's kind of mediocre. Like, don't hate me too much because I know there are some Master Boom Boom fans out there, but I'm gonna go ahead and place him as a C class. I feel like there's majorly better options, especially when you're talking about the Ninja Monkey in general. Archmage. Again, one of my favorite towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Falls off past round 90, and he actually falls off extremely hard. Like, even though the tower itself says that it does increase damage to Moab class balloons, he still struggles against Moab class balloons. I figured because, like, the main thing about the Archmage, he would be able to do a lot of damage to Moab class balloons, but he doesn't do enough damage, and he kind of lets me down when you start getting past round 80, round 85, and some of the higher tiered rounds. I'm gonna go ahead and place it as a high B class. I want to place it as an A class because I really do like the tower, but when you pair it with towers like the Apache Prime or the Dartling Gunner or the Spectre, it's just not as strong. Wizard Lord Phoenix. Top 2 favorite towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Looks awesome. Has amazing abilities once you get it to tier 5. Extremely strong tower all the way from round 1 all the way up to round 100. Easy S-Class hero, guys. Now, there might be a couple of you guys that may want to place it as an A-Class hero, but I want to remind you that once you upgrade to Dragon's Breath, it does a massive amount of damage. It can carry for a very long time in the lower rounds of Bloons Tower Defense 6. Prince of Darkness. Double S. Easy double S. I know he falls off. Once you start getting into the advanced maps and the expert maps, but extremely user friendly. One of the most versatile towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6 or for newer players to Bloons Tower Defense 6 because it doesn't take too much micro or any of that other fun stuff, and you can actually play around a lot on chimps mode as far as like developing your own strats and all that other fun stuff. That's why I'm classifying it as an easy double S class hero. An Alchemist Permabrew, best tower in the game, hands down. Like, need I say more? Next tower we're gonna look at is going to be the middle upgrade path Alchemist. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't use this tower a lot, guys. Like I use a bunch of other towers. I need to go through and actually use the towers that I don't use a lot, such as the top upgrade path gunner and the top upgrade path ice monkey. I'm gonna go ahead and place it under the same category. I'm gonna go ahead and place all of these guys right here because I don't use them enough to give you guys a proper reading. So they're pretty much right in the middle of the pack. BMA, extremely strong tower, if not the strongest tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6, because it can turn any ZOMG into a red balloon. When you go to extremely late games, this is going to be a top contender for having the most pops, even more pops than the Vengeful Sun God. I'm going to go ahead and place it as, I don't want to place it as an S-class hero because when you're talking about actual game modes, he's not amazing because he does cost you money. I'm going to go ahead and place him as a low A class, even though he is extremely strong, guys. Do not get me wrong. I do know that the Bloon Master Alchemist is an extremely strong tower, but I feel like it's either a low A tier or a high B tier, simply because he does cost you money, especially in chimps modes. And he's only extremely good when you go to extremely late game, like round 300, round 400, and stuff like that. Top upgrade path to Druid. I want to love this tower so much. I want to love it. But it just doesn't have as much popping power that it should have. Like, for the amount of money that you actually need to spend to get him to the tier 5, it's ridiculous on how weak he actually is. Like, when you can't compare it to the Archmage, or you compare it to the Master Bomber, it's just a tower that it provides a lot of stall, but it just makes your game extremely long, especially if you're playing on chimps mode, where if you do get this guy in chimps mode, then you're just gonna be sitting there for like an hour waiting for this guy to actually pop all of the balloons. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and place him as a high D tier, guys. Like, as much as I want to love the actual tower itself, it's just a tower that just doesn't have much use in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Actually, I'm gonna place it below the Comanche Commander. Avatar of Wrath. You guys are going to debate with me until the end of time. I know there's a lot of people that want me to place the Avatar of Wrath around a B tier or maybe even a low A tier, but guys, easy double S tier. I love the tower. He is an amazing strategy for newer players, and as you guys know, if you've been around the channel for a while, I do create a lot of guides for newer players. The most user-friendly strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6, easily able to black border every single beginner map, and I want to say 90 to 95% of the advanced maps. Easy double S class hero, even though I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for placing the tower here. Please forgive me, guys, but this is, in my opinion, where the Avatar of Wrath belongs. Spirit of the Forest. Another amazing tower. I love the way this tower looks, but when you start looking at how strong the tower actually is, he's just not that strong. On top of that, this is one of, I think, the only tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6 that you need to have. No, wait, you have the Dartling Gunner too, but you need to have monkey knowledge in order to get the most effectiveness from this tower. And even when you have the monkey knowledge unlocked, the ability isn't that strong. So I feel like by making this tower have an ability that you require monkey knowledge for, it makes this tower even worse. So I'm going to go ahead and place it below the top upgrade path of Druid as a low D tier, even though I want to place it as a double S tier because it looks so good. True Sun God. Now, this is where I'm kind of in a predicament, because when you sacrifice it, you turn it into the Vengeful Sun God. It is hands down the best tower in Bloons Tower Defense 6. It's not usable in any game mode in Bloons Tower Defense 6, which makes me want to drop it down to like a B tier. But when you do actually get all the sacrifices for it, you turn it into the Vengeful Sun God. Again, it is an extremely strong tower. Guys, I'm at a very, very bad loss for where to place this tower, because if you don't sacrifice any towers to it, it's an easy E tier. But if you sacrifice every tower to it that it needs, easy double S class. I'm gonna go ahead, bite the bullet, place it as a low S class hero, because when you do break it down, the Sun Avatar is a very good tower to use in chimps mode. Middle upgrade path Super Monkey. Anti-balloon gunner. Great ability. Kind of expensive. Falls off really bad. For being the Super Monkey, one of the tried and true towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6 that's been around all the way since Bloons, they should have definitely made this tower a little bit stronger. I'm going to place it as a low B tier. I want to place it higher. I want to place it lower, but I feel like B tier is kind of a safe place to place the anti-balloon gunner simply because of the price. Batman. Easy S-Class. Above the true Sun God. Easy S-Class. You can afford the Dark Champion and Chimps, the tier 3 Dark Prince, or the Dark Knight. Strong tower. Even as a tier 3, you carry for all the way up until round 80. Extremely good tower. Easy S-Class. Super Mines. Tier 5, terrible. Way too expensive. Tier 4, very good. Not too expensive, has a lot of popping power. Tier 3, very underestimated tower. Extremely good, extremely cheap. Super Mines, I don't want to place it as an S-Class. I want to place it as a low A tier simply because of the tier 3. But I'm going to go ahead and place it as a low B tier because the fact that the Super Mines is extremely expensive, which makes you bring it down a couple of notches, even though the tier 3 is an extremely good tower to use. Carpet of Spikes. Easy A tier. If not, easy S tier. I'm actually going to place it as a low S tier because of the fact that it has an extremely slow cooldown and, again, a very good tower to deal with DDT balloons. Permaspike. Another easy S-Class. You can do 2 Mega Pops with it. You can pair it with multiple different strategies as a safety net, not super expensive. Pair a 025 Permaspike with a 200 Alchemist, and you have the ultimate safety net in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Easy S-Class. Primary expertise. I love this tower so much because it makes the primary monkey towers even better. But tier 5, not that great. It does have a lot of popping power. Gonna go ahead and place it as a low B tier, even though I do use it a lot with the primary towers. But as you guys can see right here, a majority of my primary towers are gathered around the C tier, if not the B tier. Middle upgrade path Monkey Village. Easy S-Class. Any tower that needs camo detection, there's your dude. Any tower that needs to be able to pop balloons that it can't, there's your tower. Easy double S-Class because of the fact that it's designed to buff other towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Even though it has no popping power itself, easy double S-Class because, again, it definitely is a tower that you guys guarantee use in 90% of your games. If you guys don't use it in 90% of your games, make sure you guys check it out, especially if you're a little bit newer to Bloons Tower Defense 6. Do not underestimate this tower one bit. Bottom upgrade Monkey Village. Only good if you're going to the late game or if you're trying to like farm for build rates. Easy F-Class. Not that great at all. For the banana farms, they're all good. Like if you want to go for the late game, you go for the top upgrade path. You want to go for early game to around 80 and you want to farm money really fast, you go for the bottom path. You want to if you want to micro and you want to be really active with the with Bloons Tower Defense 6, go for the middle upgrade path, and especially if you have the monkey knowledge to do the deposits, that's where the middle upgrade path Monkey Village really shines. But when it comes down to it, the tower, you really don't need to have the banana farms. There's plenty of strategies that you can go for, unless you're in poppable mode where you need that little bit of extra cash to afford tier 5s. I'm gonna go ahead and place all of the banana farms under D classes. Like, I know they're good towers because they make you extra money, but when it comes down to it, again, you really don't need to farm for extra money in 90% of the game modes, besides impoppable, of course. In order to be able to afford those like really strong tier 5s, I do recommend farming in poppable mode, but for any other game mode, you really don't need to farm at all. Sentry Paragon. I just used this tower in a chimps mode, and it actually surprised me. Like, I know the engineer monkey, specifically the top path, has gotten a couple of buffs over the past couple of updates. And when I used him in the actual chimps mode itself, like, I was actually really surprised at how strong he's actually become. Now, he's not an S class, he's not an A class, but I'm gonna give him a respectable B class, right there with the crossbow master, the elite defender, and all that other stuff, because he's actually not that bad of a tower. Like, when I used him, I was super surprised at how strong he actually was. Ultra boost. I'm not going to give him the double S class hero because I do know he's an extremely good tower to use. He's much similar to the Alchemist and the Monkey Village. If your composition is struggling a little bit with some of the later rounds, you can go for the either Ultra Boost or you can go for the Overclock, and it will definitely help out your composition. But again, when it comes down to it, I feel like I'm going to place him as the highest S class in Bloons Tower Defense 6. I know you guys are going to hate me because I have the Avatar of Wrath and the Prince of Darkness above the Overclock, but again, when it comes down to it, I feel like there's a lot better options. Like, start by going with an Alchemist, start by going with the Monkey Village, and if that doesn't work, that's when you're going to pull out the Overclock, and then you're going to pair it with like the Apache Prime and all that other stuff. Bottom upgrade path engineer. It's just way too expensive, guys. If it was cheaper, if it had more versatility outside of challenges, I would place it higher. But it's just way too expensive. Now we're gonna get into the heroes. Now I know I just did a hero tier list yesterday, but I want you guys to see where I place the heroes with the towers themselves. Quincy. When you compare Quincy to all of these towers, I'm going to be placing Quincy as a high B tier. Because Quincy is an extremely strong tower, especially since you can start off with him in a majority of game modes. But when you compare it to all of these towers up here, I don't feel like Quincy's as good as the towers that we have in the double S class, the S class, and the A class. Oben. S class. Easy S class. Not a double S class hero, but he is extremely strong. Gwendolyn. I'm going to go ahead and throw her under C class. She is nowhere near as good as Quincy. When you compare her to some of the towers in C class, you could definitely see how she could be a C class hero. Churchill. Very strong hero. Easy. Do we place... Now, we're going to throw Churchill under an S class with Oben. I know you guys want me to drop Oben down to an A class, if not a B class hero. But I'm going to keep to my guns, and I'm going to keep him as an S class hero. Even though I know you guys say he's only good with the Druids, but if you guys look at him, he does buff magic towers as well. And as you guys can see, I do have 4 magic towers in the double S class position right now. Benjamin, again, very strong hero, extremely good, makes you a lot of extra money. Now, I had a couple of people that wanted me to place Benjamin a little bit lower. Now, I definitely got some of your guys' points, but the main reason why I want to classify Benjamin as an S class hero is because of his siphoning funds ability, which can lower which can turn a bad balloon into ZOMGs, it can turn ZOMGs into BFBs, and it can make easy work of some of the more difficult rounds as long as you have good timing with his ability. So Benjamin, again, easy S class, guys. Stryker Jones. you guys really didn't like where I placed Stryker Jones. Because you guys know that the Moab Mauler strat is extremely good. And I know the Moab Mauler strat is extremely good. But again, I'm just not a fan of the tower himself. But because I placed the Moab Mauler way up here in the A class, I'm going to go ahead and move Stryker Jones all the way up to an A class hero. Izili. There were a couple of Izili fans that I really wasn't expecting. I know she's an extremely strong hero when you get to late game. But again, she's just not that strong in the early game of Bloons Tower Defense 6. So I'm going to go ahead and give her the her rightful spot next to Gwendolyn, because I feel that Izili is a good hero. It's just like she's not a good start when you have so many other heroes that are a good start in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Pat Fusty. I want to place him as a double S class. I do. But I'm going to go ahead and stick to my guns. I'm going to place him as a high S-class hero again. Very, very strong hero. But again, when it comes down to it, I feel like these towers are just slightly stronger than Pat Fusty. Adora. Every time I place Adora in like a B-class hero or a C-class hero, you guys always want me to place her down here. Because you say Adora's trash. I don't think Adora is that bad. Like, if you compared to, or if you compared Adora to when Adora first came out, then I could understand why you would place her under the F class. But I'm going to go ahead and stick Adora along with Gwendolyn. Not the best hero, not the worst hero in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Brickell. Oof. Oof. There were so many comments about Brickell in my hero tier list. But guys, like, when you're talking about Brickell, she's good with like what, 2 towers? When you compare like Churchill, you compare Oben, you compare Benjamin, that is useful with so many towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Then you have Brickell. I know when you use the monkey sub with Admiral Brickell, it is an extremely strong strategy. But when you like put her by herself, how strong is she in general? Like, if you take any of these other towers, even Stryker Jones can hold his own. But if you put Admiral Brickell by herself, she's just not strong, guys. She's not strong at all, even though she does combo with towers in general. Now, you guys may say the same thing about Oben, but the difference between Admiral Brickell and Oben is that Oben is useful with all magic towers. On top of that, he has the lead popping power. On top of that, he also got the Bramble buff that takes away the RNG effect of Churchill in general. So again, guys, I won't place her as an F class hero, but I am going to give her a D class hero, hands down. Like, I'm not going to give her the respect that you guys are demanding, guys, even though I know she's not a super bad hero. But it's just for the lack of versatility. She's only useful on certain maps, and even then, she's only useful with certain towers, guys. Not a fun hero in Bloons Tower Defense 6 to play at all. Etienne, guys, I'm not going to change my opinion on this hero. Easy double S class. Sada, you guys actually brought up a lot of really good points when I placed Sada in the double S class hero when I did my hero tier list. She is not useful in any of the later maps. Any maps that have multiple pathways, she really falls off. But she is extremely overpowered when you're playing on beginner maps, when you're playing on intermediate maps, even some advanced maps. I want to place her as a low double S class, but I am going to respect you guys' opinions. Even though I didn't respect you guys' opinions on Brickell, guys, like, there's no way that you guys are going to change my mind unless they increase her fire rate in the lower tiers. But alright, guys, that's going to do it for the Bloons Tower Defense 6. We're going to go ahead and do a quick slow-mo down the entire thing. That way you guys can see where I placed every single tower. Again, guys, please feel free to let me know in the comments below if you guys feel like I ranked any towers in places where they shouldn't be, or if you guys feel like my tier list is just completely wrong and you guys feel like you could come up with a better tier list. I completely understand it. This is completely up in my opinion. Now, this isn't going off of math. This is just going off of my personal experience in Bloons Tower Defense 6 and what towers I feel like are the better towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit that like button. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe as well. I do upload quite a bit of Bloons Tower Defense 6 content. But anyways, guys, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys have the most amazing day of your lives. And I'll see you guys in the next one.